What's going on, guys? I've seen a couple comments recently asking me why I haven't summoned for EX Blue Shanks. He recently got a buff, he's out now, and he's very solid. So why am I not summoning? I'll talk about it in this video, but guys, Season 100 of OPBR League Battles is here, so if you want to get back on that grind and play again, this is the time to do so. We're getting some chance cards, some more rewards from missions and treasure chests. Overall, it's a pretty good time to play the game. Of course, if you do not consider the hacker problem, but we're not going to get into that in this video, especially in the higher ranks, you're going to face a lot of hackers, which sucks, but let's hope Bandai deals with it. You know, we've been hoping for a long time, but we don't want to lose hope. So that's something you guys could consider if you want to get back into the game. And of course, in the exchange shop right now, not the pay to win shop, the nice shop, everything's 40% off, which is fantastic. I recently, as you guys know, I'm a red main, and because of that I bought all of the shards of every red Luffy and every red Law, because they're, in my opinion, some of the best red free-to-play supports. So I went ahead and did that. It's very expensive, but hey, it's the time to do so. We also have an event shop, and because of that, buying all of this good stuff, you know, go ahead, buy it, play the game. Boost 2 orbs, fantastic. Some medals, fantastic. Bounty coins, very important. 120,000 bounty coins in total, very nice. Right now I'm buying these 3-star frags, and of course hammers is not bad at all. So that's what I recommend with the event shop. Now, EX Blue Shanks. Here he is in all of his glory. Shanks himself, the main man, one of my favorite characters in the anime, of course, like most of you guys. Why am I not summoning? Well, we're going to talk about that here. Now, everything I mention is the logic I will pretty much apply to every single unit. So this same logic can be applied to Brûlé and Cracker, who are the Bounty Fests of the month. Now, for Bounty Fest, there's another thing to consider, is whether or not I will have the scout points to complete before the end of the month, right? Because I already have 42 scout points without summoning, and I plan on summoning more throughout the month on Oven, so I might get to the scout points without really summoning at the beginning of the month. So there's an argument to be made for Bounty Fest to wait at the end of every month, just in case, right? Of course, by the end of the month, the hype won't be there, but that's probably best for your brain. You know, you make a proper decision not based on hype alone. So first thing to consider are your resources. Can you afford to guarantee him? That's something that's very important to me. Some people like the gambling part. Personally, I like to guarantee my stuff. Now, EX Shanks costs 840 gems. I have the gems for him. Great. Can I 5-star him? I have more than 400 frags. Yes, I can. Absolutely no problem there. Now, let's take a random blue unit and see if I can boost to them. So let's take this Luffy Taro, for example. And can I boost to him? Yes, I can. No problem there. And do I have enough skill orbs to max the unit? Yes, I do. So the answer to all of those questions is yes. I have the cost for frags, the resources, everything, right? Now, if you don't, the instant response is I'm not going to summon, just because I'd rather wait till I have these resources. And if I don't have them, then that means it's probably time for me to start saving, right? Now, for EX Shanks, I'm just not willing to commit all of those resources into him, right? Because he's an old unit. So let's talk about EX Shanks a bit, right? So EX Shanks is a very old unit. I've used him when he came out. He was very broken back then, and that's why I stopped playing him, because he was just too broken. I felt like it wasn't fun just destroying everyone that wasn't using him or Blackbeard, and so I did not like it. I played a few games with him, and I have my first impressions and first gameplay on my channel. It's the first anniversary summoning video, and he was just broken. I wasn't used to, at the time, to play with some top tier units, and just getting this guy felt not fun as much, in my opinion, so I did not use him. And I personally like pulling for things that are news, things I've never gotten to use before, especially on my old account, right? So if an old unit gets a buff and gets a new banner, I'm not going to summon just because, hey, I've probably used that unit before. I'd like to use someone new, right? Also, I just don't like the fact that Bandai released him at 840 gems, right? He is strong, but when he released the first time, he cost 750 to get 2 copies. The first one was guaranteed at 400 gems or 350. Like, now he's 840. Now, he's re-released for over 1,000, yes, but he's also re-released for 750. I really don't like the fact that his price is not 750 gems. I think 750 would have been much more fair because 840 for no reason. He was broken and he cost 750. I don't like that, right? I feel like Banda is just trying to force us to spend more resources than we actually need to. And of course, if you guys are blue mains, well, there are so many great blue units overall, but if you just take a look at blue attackers, well, you might have some other top tier options, right? And if you like Shanks, go ahead and pull. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm explaining why I am not, right? But EX Luffy, who's definitely 20,000 million times more expensive because he has no guarantee, is definitely better than Shanks. But you have people for 750 like Cracker, Dofi, and Ulti that are all on the same tier as Shanks, I would say, and they're all 750. Maybe they're a bit weaker, maybe some of them a bit stronger depending on the meta, but overall, all of them solid units. And of course, they are not guaranteed necessarily at 750 because there are two units on their banners and stuff like that. But odds of not pulling one in 750 are you're unlucky for that to happen. So overall, that's why I'm not going to be summoning for Shanks. I just don't want to commit the resources, but I will be summoning for someone else. Not the main man Pedro, but Oven. Oven should come out when Pedro leaves in 12 days. Let's hope he actually comes out in a week. He might come out in a week, actually, just because I don't think they will release him with the new Bounty Fest. So he might come out within a week and be out at the same time as Pedro. We'll have to wait and see. But Pedro himself, great unit, right? I like his kit. It fits his anime style. And overall, he's a solid green attacker, not a top tier one, but solid for Pedro fans to enjoy. Definitely nothing to scoff at. And he's very good against Charlotte family members like Big Mom, Perorin, and other good stuff. But not for me, right? He's green, he's an attacker, and his kit is not necessarily something that inspires me, especially being an attacker. It's hard for me to get turned on by attackers, especially like his. But Oven, on the other hand, is a defender with some healing, with cool mechanics. I like that. I love Pedro way more than I love Oven, but hey, Pedro is not the red defender, and Oven is. So I'm gonna go in 440 gems, and my scout points might get close to the 150. So by the end of the month, I might consider going ahead and trying my luck, seeing if I can get a Brule, but maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. So overall, guys, hope you guys understand why I'm not summoning for EX Shanks. There's no big reason. It's just I like to save my resources, and I'd much rather pull for something new. Oven coming soon.